gold in photographer. There's many ways to do this, okay, but I'm showing you one. And then you can find another love I see very easily. A T and a G is very special because that's 27. Perfect cube of 3, exactly half of love. 3 times 3 times 3. R, double 9. R, double 9. And then you've got AH, which is 9, plus another 24. So you could do the, well, you could just do this for another team. You could borrow an R. Let's space it out. Let's space it out. I could have used that R, but I'm going to use this R. And then, oh, look at this. Look at this. I've just found heaven. Watch this. So Team Green is another love. And look at the beauty of the spacing we got there. Isn't that beautiful? So Team Gold is love. Team Green is love. And then Team White is an additional 39 points. Composed of two teams that divide by 3, differing by 3. R is 18. PE is 21. Wow. So we've just solved every photographer in the name of love, to the glory of the Trinity, and the current date and time for historic purposes. This is the first time in world history that every photographer has been solved in the name of love. It's just such. There you go. There you go. Photographers have all been solved. There you go. And then I want to show you something very beautiful. Out of your own lips, I am a photographer. This is what you say. You say, I am a photographer. Well, I is 3 times 3. And by the way, did you know that God is a photographer? God was a photographer long before you were. God was in everything long before you were. So this phrase, first and foremost, belongs to God. I am a King of Kings. I am a Father. God. Okay, but you get to say this. I am a photographer. Well, this is too easy. I is 3 times 3, 9. God's favorite word to start every sentence with. Okay, I am God. Like God alone is allowed to say that. Okay. But he starts that sentence with I. You'll say, I am your Father. You know, that word belongs to God, not to Darth Vader. You know, I am the bread of life, Jesus. I am the way, the truth, and the life. I am the Lord of glory. I am the Son of God. I, 3 times 3 to the glory of the Trinity. And then you got 3 plus 1s. 1, 13, 1, which adds to 15. And so altogether, this is 24 888. I am a photographer. Now that's going to divide by 3 beautifully. I am a photographer. 3 times 3 times the 8th prime. Literally a triple of 888s to the glory of Jesus equals 8. I am a photographer. I am a dancer. Ooh, man. If a girl says that to me, I'm happy. I'm like, good choice. Good choice. Well done. I am a dancer. That equals Jehovah. Wow. And you can find love wrapping 15 in the center, just like the word Jehovah. Pull it to 15, the rest equals love. I am a dancer. Divides by 3. I am a teacher. That's what I'm doing right now. I am a teacher. I am a lecturer. That's what we're doing right now. I am a teacher. Divides by 3. I am a lecturer. Most of all, I am a son. Okay? The words. This is the most important part of your identity. You are either a son or a daughter of God in Christ Jesus. Son equals 48, divides by 3. Daughter equals 84. Same digits, divide by 3. 8448. I am a son. 72, a triple of 888s. I am a daughter. 108 equals worship. Beautiful. Just stunning. Both divide by 12. Just perfect. I am a son. 72. I am a daughter. 108. Pure threes. You can say that right now. Okay. I am a son. Perfect. I am a daughter. And then of Jehovah. You know, I am a son of Jehovah. There you go. Now that's love plus love plus love. Love, love, love. I am a daughter of Jehovah. Jehovah is his personal name. I encourage you to use God's personal name when you talk to him. Jehovah. I am a daughter of Jehovah. Pure threes. I am a son of Jehovah. I am a daughter of Jehovah. Perfect. Okay? And of course, the word child divides by 3, just like son and daughter. Amazingly, the word orphan also divides by 12. Okay? I have this written on a note right here. Child, they all divide by 12. Amazingly, because you were born an orphan and you got adopted into the family of God. Okay? You were an orphan before you got adopted into the family of God by Christ Jesus. So all these words divide by 12. Yes, it was ordained. Orphan, from orphan to child. Okay? Divides by 12. Son, daughter, divide by 12. Genius. Okay. Okay. Perfect. So, photographer. Wow, that was beautiful. I love photographers. I love photographers. I mean, I just love being in a place, like a tourist place, where there's people experiencing it for the first time and everyone's just taking photos. Like Disneyland, obviously a lot. And pilot divides by 3. This is super easy. 72 with triple eights. And that's every letter in the center divides by 3. Here's an easy one to start with. Like, hello. And then, like, it's pure 9s as well. You got 9 here. Love sitting right here. 999, LO. And then the P and the T make quadruple 9s. So it's 8 9s. Like, what more can you ask for? Done. The pilot, the most important part of the, the submarine, the airplane, the car, whoever's in charge of that vehicle is the pilot. Good night. Okay. And then we have an invention called autopilot. Well, auto divides by 3. Autopilot. And computer divides by 3. So you talk about the autopilot computer. Okay. Computer is 111. And onboard, you talk about the onboard computer. And I just got that because, you know all those stickers on the back of cards? Baby on board. Well, in 3 words, that divides by 3. By Divine Ordinance, folks. It's just everything you've ever looked at. Baby on board equals 99 perfectly. But you talk about the onboard computer, the autopilot computer. Well, autopilot in 9 letters divides by 3, because auto divides by 3 and pilot divides by 3. And you just got to knit together 2 letters in each case to make a multiple 3. And what's really cool about that is because autopilot is then, I used to have a macro that did my coloring for me. That's why I keep triggering things. So now the A can actually jump over with the T to get 21, and the T and the P can hook up to make 36. And then all the rest of the letters divide by 3. So autopilot, pure 3s, and you can check the value contained within the bookends, and there's 108 equals worship. So we can we find the 2 loves in autopilot? Love plus love, because that's what the grand total is. Surely we can. Let's keep the T and the P, which is 36, then we need another 18 points. We can't get the 18. Not quite. Not quite. But I'm thrilled. Okay. So, and then talk about the onboard computer. Wow, that's 180. So the autopilot onboard computer, pure 3s, 3 times 103, 24. Okay. Baby on board. Okay. The onboard, the onboard computer. I'm just, the onboard computer. Yay, 3s. Okay, good. And then a co-pilot, of course, divides by 3. Man, we're hitting this out of the park, aren't we? Because both letters in co divide by 3, being 3 and 15. God's favorite letters. Now you know why so many words in the dictionary start with CO. Cooperate, collaborate, converse. Every conversation you've ever had. Every co-worker you've ever had. Every co-educational institution you've ever, like co-ed, PE, co-this, co-that. It's all about cohabitation. It's all about people working together because God is a team. He's 3 people. So 3 plus 15. Co. Well, co-pilot. And there you go. O. Here we go. MC Hammer. Co-pilot equals 90. Good night, the pilot. So now put together the pilot plus the co-pilot. More 3s. Now you got triple love. Love plus love plus love. Now let's do can we find the 3 loves exactly in pilot and co-pilot? Number of letters and strokes divided by 3. We're solving every airplane that's ever flown. You got pilot plus co-pilot. By the way, the true spelling of aeroplane is the British spelling. Aero plus plane. Both words divide by 3, and you must go to the British. Because the British English is the God-ordained English, because that's the language of the Davidic throne. The Queen of England is the bloodline of David, which God swore would be last and would be blessed above all peoples. And that's why the Queen's English is the mathematical glory for the number 3 before God Almighty. Aero divides by 3 and plane divides by 3. That's how you spell it in Britain. Aeroplane, therefore, divides by 3. In fact, it equals truth. As in Jesus saying, I am the way, the truth, and the life. Well, aeroplane equals truth. It's that good. Both words divide by 3. Done. Can we find love in an airplane? Well, first let's find the 3 loves in pilot and co-pilot. Let's keep the 36 together, the bookends, and then we just need another 18 points. There's so many 3s in here. Well, here's the 18 right there. There it is right there. So we've got love number 1. Now we've got another TP, another 36. Now this is where we got hung up. This is where we're not able to find the other 18, and I realize that now. Oh no. There, mystery solved. See that? Wow. Shut my mouth and call me ignorant. Pilot plus co-pilot equals love plus love plus love, just like university equals love, 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 and you can find the 3 loves. Shut my mouth and call me ignorant. Love plus love plus love. And so here's the 3 loves in university as an added bonus while we're in the neighborhood. Love is sitting right here, composed of 27 plus 27. And then, so white equals love, green equals love, gold equals love. Love, 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 and the word university by Divine Ordinance. Now, pilot and co-pilot. Oh man, because we don't have a pilot fly a plane. We got a pilot and a co-pilot. I mean, God is a generous God. So look at this. Look at this. Feast your eyes on this. So now let's go like this. Yeah, this is what we got. This is what we got. But I'm wanting to space these teams out even more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this 18 on Team Green. And I'm going to, well, that's basically what I achieved there. Okay, and then, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Let's just keep it like that. So Team Blue is love number 1. Team Green is love number 2. And then Team Gold is really obvious because it's LO plus LO. 27 plus 27 equals love number 3. There you go. Pilot plus co-pilot equals love, love, love. There you go. I've just solved every team and every airplane that's ever flown in modern history. Pilot plus co-pilot equals love, love, love to the glory of the Trinity. There you go. And can we find love in an airplane? Surely we can. I experience more love in an airplane than I do on the ground sometimes. Man, some of those flight stewards are just incredible. The patience, the smile, the grace. It's the definition of love in the air. Okay, aeroplane. So let's find 54. How shall we not? I mean, okay, L and O. I'm very tempted to scoop up that L and O because that's the first half of love, 27. Can we find another 27? Difficult, if not impossible. We have found 15 here. Another 15, not quite. Let's strive for 30 plus, what's 39? We only need another 15 points. Well, we could do a simple thing and just grab the arrow plus the AN. I keep triggering my macro, I apologize. There, so arrow plus AN. That's a very simple way of doing it, and then the rest of the letters are on top of that. I would like to get a more snazzy spacing of love in aeroplanes. Something more beautiful as far as symmetry goes, if possible. Let's collect the bookends. I always like collecting the bookends. That's 6 points. 36. 6 points plus... Oh my! Oh, glory be! We can get our 227s. Look at that! Oh, I'm so close, so close. Where's our 21? 15, yeah, N plus P plus E. Look at that. So look at, we achieved love out of 227. So let's just highlight this. So we got 27 plus 27 in these teams right here equals love with a nice spacing going on there. And then we got 15 plus 18 left over. That's beautiful. Very beautiful. So love has been found in the word airplane. Done. Very simple. 18 plus 15, 27 plus 27. Genius. Love defined. An aeroplane. Perfect. Wonderful. And then when you talk about the airplane, oh, look at the airplane. That perfectly, the fits perfectly with that because Jesus is the way, the truth. 87 plus 33 is 120 perfectly. I'll turn the sound effect back on just for that moment. 120. So look at the aeroplane, you know. And that's chain linked together. So that adds to 120 and 12 letters. Good night. That's very beautiful for number 3. And the E and A linked together. And you can find love plus love. And okay. Good. I'm thoroughly happy with that. Okay, so, oh yeah, we were just solving pilot. And then you can talk about the pilot. The pilot flyeth. It's the active present tense. Just like the bird flyeth. So bird divides by 3, pilot divides by 3. Or the airplane flyeth. So the pilot flyeth divides by 3. The airplane flyeth. Okay. Good. Oh, let's solve the cockpit. Well, this is too obvious. Pit divides by 3. The first 3 letters divide by 3. And then, oh yeah, we're just waiting for an S to come along. This is too easy. Too easy. Too obvious. I mean, the number 3 is just screaming it out. And then, you know, you can talk about the possessive as well. Oh, the cockpit's size. Oh, the cockpit's volume. The cockpit's size. I already said the cockpit's space, the cockpit's position, you name it. So the T and the S get married, and then the rest is pure 3s. I mean, it's obvious because the first 3 letters are 3, 15, 3. It's like, wow. And then so all this is pure 3s. Okay. And then in the, you know, the seat, you know, the pilot seat, we say, seat divides by 3, so pilot seat. Oh, that's beautiful. Chain linked, bookended. Nicely done. Beautiful. And then we can talk about the steering wheel. Of course, is the most important part of any vehicle. Boat, car, truck, plane. The steering wheel by Divine Ordinance equals Christ the Redeemer divides by 3. And that's very obvious because it's chain linked with 3s as well. Chain linked every step of the way. The steering wheel. There you go. When you consider that air pilots have to be perfectionists, how much more perfectionist do you think God is in all the words of world history? And that's what we're proving here. Okay, so we solved every pilot. A person who flies divides by 3, and then plane, of course, divides by 3. Okay. In fact, plane is a double of 24, pilot is a triple of 24. Like, it's too obvious. And then pilot and plane, you know, knit together. And, you know, okay. A plumber, this is easy, divides by 3. In fact, plumber equals, wow, we were just staring at another 87. Plumber equals truth. Can we find love in your plumber? I hope so. Is there any love in the heart of your... Is there any love in the heart of that plumber? I hope so. He does what he does nobly. The plumber. And this is obvious because the plumber equals the truth. And that is also... yeah, we were talking about the truth and we were talking about the airplane. Plumber equals airplane. So there you go. Your plumber is just as glorious as the airplane. The plumber, the booker, the truth. Jesus Christ is the way, the truth, and the life. Well, he also ordained plumbers. So 120, look at that. The plumber. Man, I'm digging this. So let's find love. Can we find love in your plumber? Oh, yeah. Especially your local plumber. And you make friends with that plumber. Okay, so plumber, we're looking for 54. Well, I'm going to stick this P. You got options here. Oh my goodness, look at it. Let's stick with 18s. Look at that. So P and the B make 18 number 1. And then the M and E make 18 number 2. And then R is another 18. There, I've just found love. I just found love in your plumber. You better tell him to be loving. Okay, so it's a habit. Okay, so we got 3 18s in gold and in green and in blue. There you go. We found love in your plumber. And then the other 2 letters are cherries on top. I always say they divide by 3 individually. L and U divide by 3. You got 3 letters that divide by 3. That's another 3 fest. You can also, yeah, 48 right in there. So there's love in your plumber. Wow. And then when you talk about the plumber, you get another love. Because the plus the U makes another 54. So literally you've got love plus love in the plumber plus another 12 to make it 120 perfectly. There you go, the plumber. Love plus 12. There you go, solved. The plumber. There you go. We got another way. I insist on being thorough, seeing as we're in the neighborhood. Incidentally, the deeper you go in something, the more satisfying it is, rather than scattering yourself thin. So here we go. There's another 21 plus 21 plus 12. There's another love plus 15 plus 18. That's really cool because you got these 2 guys differing by 3 points. We've seen that a lot. Love plus 2 other teams that differ by 3. There it is again. So we found love in your plumber. By the way, there's a famous plumbing conglomerate here in my town known as Roto-Rooter. Well, why is that the case? Because Roto-Rooter divides by 3 perfectly. And it's very fun. Like all these letters divide by 3, and then TTE equals 45. Okay? So you got a lot of 9s in here because you got 45 right there. And you got 3 O's, which is another 45. And you got 3 R's, which is self-same, divide by 9. And then O on top. Roto-Rooter. It's the name of a plumbing organization. Okay. All right. Politician. Don't we want to find love in a politician? I hope so. Well, Ben Carson is a pretty good example of that right now. He spent his life as a doctor. A surgeon, no less. While we're there, surgeon divides by 3, just like doctor. And then Ben Carson could now be considered a politician because he's entering the political arena. So politician divides by 3, and politician equals love plus love. This is an important one. I mean, if there's anyone that we need to find love in, it's a politician, because these are the people that are making the rules. These are the people that are leading. They need to know the Trinity, they need to have love in them, they need to have Christ on the inside, and they need to be confessing the Triune God and the words of Jesus Christ, if we're to have a hope of any blessedness in our nation. So, just as I pulled an example, Ben Carson was a doctor, divides by 3, he was a surgeon, divides by 3, and now he's a politician, divides by 3. Not a bad life. So surgeon, we did doctor already. And 24. Can we find love in the doctor? Oh, of course we can. If you can't find love in your doctor, where can you find love? So DO plus TO. There you go. Man, that's good. That's love right there. 54. Composed of 24 plus 15 plus 15. And then C and R both divide by 3. Good night. So we just found love in your doctor. I hope so. He should be a loving person, or she should be a loving person. Doctor, love, found. Now surgeon. Let's find love in your surgeon. If you don't find love in your surgeon, you got to run away. Okay. So, 39 plus another 15 points would do it. Yep. There. Oh my goodness, I love it when this happens. Okay. I love it. I love this. There's a very fun one called a trump card, which does this. Watch this. So look at the word surgeon. All the letters that divide by 3 knit together to make love perfectly. I love it when that happens. The word trump card is a similar phenomenon. Okay. Where you put the letters that don't divide by 3 together and it makes love. It's amazing. Okay, anyways, but we are not talking about trump cards right now. We are talking about occupations. So, surgeon, wow. So the 3 letters that divide by 3, oh, and this is too obvious. Oh yeah, they're the famous word hour, which, by the way, if you're a leader, you're supposed to use this word hour as the first word out of your mouth very frequently, because hour equals love, composed of 15 plus 18 plus 21, arranged in an Olympic medal podium fashion, okay? Gold at the top, U, 21, then R, 18, silver, and then, O, 15. They're not gold, silver, bronze in their value. I'm just saying the value, 15 plus 18 plus 21. It's like a podium, 15, 18, 21. They go up in threes with the highest one in the center. Okay. O, in my opinion, is still the king of letters for the number 3. Anyways, they all divide by 3, equaling love. And of course, that's the first word of the Lord's Prayer. Our Father who art in heaven. That prayer is meant to be prayed in public. Okay? When you're in private, you spill your guts to God like David did. Like King David, read his prayers in the Psalms. O Lord, O Jehovah. O divides by 3. You spill your guts. You vent on your people that you're, angry with. You get emotional. You just spit it all out. The Lord's Prayer is a public prayer. It's meant to be prayed in public. That's why it starts with the word our. That's why we prayed it in schools, and that's why we should pray it in schools, because it's efficient, it's succinct, it unites us all when we say it. It's a statement of agreement about who we are, what we believe, how we treat each other. It's meant to be prayed in public, because when you pray the Lord's Prayer in public, listen to it. Our Father who art in heaven. All of a sudden, we are confessing that all of us are submitted to God, and He is our uniting Father over us. Okay? Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. You are holy. Your name is above every name. You are God over all names. Everything in this universe has a name, but there is one name who is above all names, and that is God's. Okay? Hallowed be thy name. And that right there is the importance and the kingliness of the name. Hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. It's all about you. And eternity is coming. And that's what we're headed towards. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. So it's all about God first. An acknowledgement that God is sovereign. Okay? Give us this day our daily bread. Our. See the word our again. It's meant to be prayed in public. with voices around you, listening, so that there's agreement, there's peace. We, give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses. Notice that forgiveness is in there, so that we confess. We're going to have to forgive each other today. Someone's going to hurt me today in this classroom, and I'm going to have to forgive them. Someone's going to say something that I misinterpret. I might feel hurt. I need to sort that out. It's forgiveness and grace, okay? Forgive us our debts as we forgive those indebted to us. And lead us not into sin, but deliver us from evil. A prayer for righteousness. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory. And we all end with our focus on God in a 3-word ending. Thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen equals 33. And then we all sit down after we've opened school with that vocal public prayer. And now everyone in the classroom feels at peace because we're on the same page. We know the standard of God. We know the standard of love. We know the standard of righteousness and respect and authority. And the kids are at peace. The teacher is at peace. God has already, honored the prayer and filled the classroom and every heart that prayed it with peace. And the rest of the day is blessed. But it's meant to be prayed in public because the word our, and when you analyze the Lord's Prayer, you will just understand fully how obvious it is that it's meant to be prayed in public, and how that synergy, and how a group of people meditating on those words and confessing them with their mouths are just very united, okay, by saying the words together. Okay, it's almost even more of a confession and a profession than it is a prayer of request. Okay, so it's perfect for public profession. So our is the first word. Our equals love. It's king. Every letter divides by 3, beginning with O. King, Our. So our equals love, and those are the 3 letters in surgeon that divide by 3 by Divine Ordinance. Okay, and then you got the bookends. You can go SE. You can go SE, you can go bookends, SN 33 plus 12 in center. But I'm just seeing this phenomenon where we find love, and then the other 2 teams are 2 teams that divide by 3, differing by 3 points. This is here again. GN is 21, SE is 24. Good night. Good night. So there you go. We found love in surgeon. And that's very beautiful because you get 54 plus 45. 4554 to make 99 perfectly. From the letters that do and don't divide by 3. It's that obvious for the number 3. And then you can find love again. The S and N make 33 plus a U makes another love. 12 points here. I'm just seeing how much you can squeeze out of this guy. That's pretty good. I'm happy. Okay. So a surgeon plus a doctor. Okay. Here's 100 just quickly. 174. Okay. And then now politician. We need to find love in politician. So that every politician knows the Trinity first and foremost. And okay, so love. 108, politician equals worship. Okay, and let's find the 2 loves. Well, there's a ton of 9s in here already, staring me in the face. This is embarrassing. Look at all the 9s here. I'm just going to rattle them off. PT quadruple 9. I 9. I 9. I 9. LO triple 9. CAN double 9. Oh, now that's easy to find love because love is pure 9s. So good night. You know what? Let's just write these out. PT, I'm just going to write out the 9s. 4 9s. OL, 3 9s. First half of love. I 9. I 9. 3 of them. I 9. CAN 3 plus 15 equals 18 double 9. Wow. I mean, if that doesn't hit you in the face like a truck, I don't know what will. I've just solved every politician to the glory of the Trinity, and grade 1 children can do the math. And the current date and time for historic purposes in the name of love is right there. Okay. So, there it is. Politician has now been solved for the glory of the Trinity. Look at all these. Wow, what a cluster of vowels. There, we found love right away. 3 9s plus 3 9s, of course, is 27 plus 27 equals love. And I just scooped up, you know, the favorite letters, just like scooping up gold, just scooping it up, scooping it up, scooping it up, scooping it up. That's just pure gold. 54, and you got 6 nines left over. And what's cool about that is all these letters divide by 3 individually, every single one. And then this other team, which equals love, 6 nines, is composed of the 4 letters that don't divide by 3, plus the C, which is 3. Wow, that's very beautiful. I already like this division here. Okay, love in green, love in gold, perfectly, exactly, everywhere, on the lips and in the history books, you know. Now I'm already thrilled, and we got bookending PN. Okay, that's thrilling beyond reason. I'm just gonna pull trump card up, put it up near the top here. Politician. Okay. And then of course the root is politic, which divides by 3. So that gives us a hint that the P and the T should go together. Okay, because the root is politic, and so you can have politics or political parties and all that stuff. In fact, political parties divides by 3. Let's just rattle off a few gems as we get them. Political parties, because there's a lot of +1s here, because I know that politic divides by 3, the A is +1. I know that party starts with, oh no, this is going to be political, this is pure 3s here, and this is all divides by 3. Okay, but you can feel it on your lips, you know how it works. And so the P in the, so politic, 84. And so can the, so the P and the T, so yeah, wow. Oh my goodness, this is a revelation here. Hold on. I just want to study the root politic. 36. We need another 18 points. Let's borrow the I and the I. Yeah, so politic is love plus half a love. So here's the OL of love. And then the underlined letters make another love. So we got love plus half a love. That's 81. 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. In 6 letters, 9 strokes. Wow. And then the C is 3. So that's the full glory. That's the full glory of our root. Politic. Political. Politicians. Whatever you want to say after you've said these letters. Half a love plus, so triple 9, 9, 9, quadruple 9. But love in bold underline, half a love in gold. That's 8, that's 81, 3 times 3 times 3, and then C equals 3, pure 3. Genius. Okay, and ooh, look at this, what this reports here. You can slice the word politician in half down the center to get 2 teams that gloriously divide by 36. This is insane, actually. Look at that. Take a sword, slice it in half right down the center. You got 72 on the left and 36 on the right. That's double 36 on the left, 36 on the right. Wow, that is phenomenal. Phenomenal. You'll never look at the word politician the same ever again. But we need some Christ-filled, God-filled, Holy Ghost-filled politicians that understand the math behind their job occupation. Politician, and then so let's remind ourselves that the bookends are nicely captured, and then the T would knit with the A. Okay, now I'm just scooping up final gold here, 42. Let's find one more love. I insist on doing this. This is just too fun and too easy. So there's love and gold again, and then another love team captures the bookends in another love. So love plus love equals 108 equals worship in politician. And by the way, I've always been mentioning worship equals 108. Very easy to find the 2 loves in worship. It's very obvious. Love is sitting right there in a gold cluster with 27 plus 27, no less, and then the outer letters knit together to make the other love, 54. Okay, so if I was to paint politician in similar manner to the word worship for the love plus love, politician equals 108, worship equals 108. And I've just proven mathematically that every politician is supposed to worship the one and only Triune God, God the Father, Jesus Christ the Son, and the Holy Ghost. Worship equals 108, composed of love plus love in blue and gold. Politician equals 108, equals love plus love in blue and gold, in similar artistic layout of those letters. Glory to the Triune God. There you go. We've just proven mathematically that every politician is ordained to worship the Triune God, God the Father, Jesus Christ the Son, and the Holy Ghost at this exact date and time in world history. To the glory of Jesus Christ, upon whom all dates are based. There you go. There you go. That's huge. That is very huge. Together, 216, love is love is love. Of course, the word leader divides by 3. I'm going to rattle off some titles for you that all divide by 3. In 6 letters, 18 strokes. Leader divides by 3. Ruler equals Jesus equals Messiah equals Christ. Monarch divides by 3. Governor divides by 3. Sovereign divides by 3. Emperor divides by 3. Majesty divides by 3. Mayor divides by 3. Premier is the 24th prime. 888 glorifies the number 3. And, if you spell it without the E, which is commonly done, that divides by 3. And then Prime Minister, which for my country, Canada, is the highest office beneath, of course, the monarch, which divides by 3. Prime Minister is a simple set of 888s, divides by 3. And you can easily solve the word President. Very easy. And so there's just an obvious flow for you. All these words. Governor equals sovereign, by the way. Emperor, 90, divides by 3. Majesty, 3 points higher. Mayor equals monarch, 72. The premier, and Prime Minister. And then when you talk about the Prime Minister, that adds the famous 201. Okay. And then you talk about the Prime Minister of Canada, the country in which I live and was born. That divides by 3 because Canada equals 24. 888. Yes! Genius. Okay. So, and ruler, I'm just giving you more flavor here. I'm giving you more of the flavor and the beauty of God. Equals the king. Okay, the word ruler equals Jesus equals Messiah. All these, okay, strung together. The famous 74, which I've solved, a double of the 12th prime, which glorifies number 3. And on and on and on it comes. Okay, I'm just giving you more of the flavor of the glory. Okay, I encourage you to find love 54 in all those titles. Okay, sovereign. Of course, the word Lord is very easy to sign love in because L-O is the first half of love, 3 9s, and then R is double 9. And then the D is meant to knit together with a whole bunch of other things that we associate with the word Lord. Okay, very good. Let's get back to our police. Oh, this is easy. Policeman and policewoman. Well, why don't we just call them a police person? Police divides by 3. This is obvious. Police equals 60 in 6 letters, and every center letter divides by 3. Can we find love in the police? Of course we can. I should hope so. L-O-L, there it is right there. Okay. Too easy, too easy, too easy. Okay. And then police officers divides by 3 because we don't just have one. And as a plug for my country, the Royal Canadian, we've solved this in previous video, but the Royal Canadian Mounted Police divides by 3 by Divine Ordinance. In fact, it equals 3 times 3 times 30. 270, the same value as the 4 directions of the compass in 4 words no less. And then when you talk about the, that bumps it up perfectly to 303, to the glory of the Trinity. Done. I've just solved the entire police force of Canada for all eternity. And then so police officers is very obvious. It's very obvious. Very obvious indeed. Because you have 2 letters that knit together to make a multiple of 3 in both words, and the rest of the letters all divide by 3. It's that screaming as to who our police officers should know and worship as their God, the Triune God, God the Father, Jesus Christ the Son, and the Holy Ghost. So it can't be any more screaming than this, folks. Like, both the word police and the word officers divide by 3. In fact, they're kings for the number 3. 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. Police equals 60. Police officers, 3 times the 15th prime, which is 3 times the 3rd prime. Good night. I've just solved all police officers of the Royal Canadian Mounted Police for now. So now you can say the police officers of the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. And now you're going to push it really high for the number 3. Okay? Done. Done. Simple. That fast. And then if you just talk about the police, okay, that's just simply, this is really obvious because you get chain linking as well between the E and P here, and then the rest of the letters knit together to make a final the police. Done. And you can go even higher, talk about the police forces of the world. Okay? That all divides by 3. Done. And on come the 3s, okay? Good. The postman. Easy peasy. Okay, don't be discouraged by this grand total. You just haven't looked properly. This is love right here. Oh, the post. This is too obvious. Too obvious. We talk about postal anything. Well, OST is a very famous trio to make love. OST. You got the marriage couple made in heaven plus the famous O. It's a trio of heaven for love. Okay, 54. Very common. OST to make love everywhere. And then the P is the famous +1 in front. Post office. Okay, post office. Like that. This is an obvious gem. In fact, I'm glad I said this because all these letters divide by 3. Don't forget. Here's love. You know, and then the P and the E are the only, and then the P and the E knit together to make 21. So the post office divides by 3. And there's love sitting in that like crazy. Can we find love in the post office? Of course we can. That's where all the letters arrive, which, oh boy. Oh boy. I'm going to preach here. I really wish and pray that we would see such a revival that the post office gets more filled with love letters and love cards and love notes rather than bills. Ay, 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 everyone clamoring for something from his brother, everyone grasping and asking and whining and being like a kid in the toy room that never has enough. I have a better idea. How about we love each other and start giving so God blesses us supernaturally? More blessed to give than to receive. I'd like to see bills replaced with cards. People actually filled with the Spirit of God, filled with holy love, and you start doing generosity like you wouldn't believe. Okay, so the post office. It's obvious gem. These words are written in gold and silver and stone on signage all over the universe. Post office, just boom, big. Can we find love at the post office? Well, we found love number 1. Let's find love number 2. It's very easy because we've got all these low letters that divide by 3. Oh, well, we just need to knock off 6 points. Well, that's just 1 F. Good night, already done. So knock off 1 F, the rest equals love number 2. That's simple. So we found love plus love at the post office. It's like I always say, folks, can we find love at the post office? Yes, we can. I've worked at a post office, I should know. No. Okay, the post office. Perfect. We also call it the mail room. Mail room divides by 3, composed of 3 plus 3s, and you got all these guys that divide by 3. So mail room is 96. Can we find love in the mail room? Of course we can. Just like we can find love at the post office. So mail room, good night. I mean, you got, this is love right here. Oh my goodness. Look at love in the mail room. It's sitting right there. Composed of 2 27s, IR27, LO27, linking the 2 words together. There you go. We just found love in the mail room. That's where love happens. That's where people communicate between each other. All love is communication. All communication is love. I mean, love is unity. Love is working together. Love is people communicating. That's what the mail room is. It's like, oh, this person's trying to get a hold of this person. Oh, this person needs something from this person. Oh, this person is trying to communicate to this person. Love, love, love. Communication, done. Of course we found love in the mailroom. I mean, where else are you going to find love? If you can't find love in your local mailroom, where are you going to go? Okay. And then you got another bonus 27 in the 3 letters that don't divide by 3. M-A-M. Excuse me, man. 27 plus 27 plus 27. We got a triple of 27s plus the famous, oh, it's like good night. We got Jehovah sitting in there plus another. It's like the mailroom is everything you ever dreamed of for the name of love. There you go. So now you got the mailroom in the post office. You know, more love. And then, of course, you sort letters. Letters divides by 3, you know. And better, 99. Okay, fun stuff. Okay. Can you find love in letters? Of course you can. You got 30 points right here. And then you got another... No, it's a bit more difficult. I have to spend more time. Okay. Where were we on... Oh, yeah, post man, post woman. Well, we were solving the word post. Okay. There's another... this is really going to stretch your mind. There's a cereal called Post Cereal. Well, that was ordained, just like post office. Because you got a P here, then it's together with the E in cereal. The rest all divide by 3. The word real divides by 3, just like the word truth divides by 3. C equals 3. Post equals love. Can we find love in Post Cereal? That's the name of an entire company. That's a big company that produces a lot of cereal. Can we find love in Post Cereal? Yes, we can. We already did. Okay. In fact, we can find love plus love. I already did. Love in blue, and then pop off 6 points for the EA, and the rest equals love. Love plus 6. Post Cereal equals mailroom. Equals, or something. Post office, was it? Yeah. Post office equals Post Cereal. So the same God, the Triune God that dreamed of Post Cereal, you know, all the Post Cereal, like I believe Shreddies is in there. I love Shreddies. I got a box of honeycomb sitting right here. I will not lie to you. I will grab it right now. It's one of my favorite cereals. And honeycomb cereal divides by 3, just like post cereal divides by 3. Whole grain. Dig in. So honeycomb cereal divides by 3, just like post cereal. But post cereal equals post office. So the same God that ordained post cereal ordained post offices long before the foundation of the universe. But it comes from the same God. It comes from the same brain. The Trinity, God the Father, Jesus Christ the Son, and the Holy Ghost. And he has ordained the words of everything to point to himself mathematically. And we have the pleasure of revealing these things at this exact date and time in world history. And what's going to be the end of this? It's going to be good. That's all I certainly know. Okay, so post office equals 114, post serial equals 1, and you can pop off the two loves. So here we pull out 6 equals F, just like we did in post office, and now Team Gold equals love number 2. Excuse me. I'm so used to doing a shortcut key to try and trigger something that's not hooked up to this current instance. There you go. So look at it. I want you to see for yourself that the same God that invented post serial invented the post office. Okay, they equal the same thing, and you can find love plus love plus love is blue, love is gold, plus another 6 points on top. Oh my, this is not on the camera. There it is. Post serial, post office. What else can you stick around the word post? You know, postmodern. Well, this is really cool because modern divides by 3 all by itself. We already know this is a +1 in front. There, 1, 2, 3, perfectly, 9 letters and 21 strokes. That's the gold train on postmodern. And then, if you go higher and talk about postmodernism, then you get 3 plus 1s. You got the +1 from the P, plus the 2 plus 1s on the end. Postmodernism divides by 3. In fact, it equals 180. Done. Done. We just solved all postmodernism. Whatever it means, I don't care. It glorifies the Trinity every single time you talk about it. And then if you want to get Frenchy and talk about postmodern, then the E on the end is together with the P at the front to divide by 3. 144 no less. Okay, so in every way, just go on a magic carpet ride with the word post and you'll keep getting more. Post haste. We just got that from the Holy Ghost in real time. Post haste. I want this post delivered post haste to the post office. Please send the postman to the post office and make it post haste. Huh? And he's like, man, if someone spoke in English like that to me every day, I'd move twice as fast all the time. Son, I want you to take this piece of post to the post office with the postman, and I want you to do it post haste. The kid would be so fired up in the Holy Ghost, he'd run faster than the wind. So P plus E equals 21. There's our bookends, and then this divides by 3. Because the root of hastening, hastily, all divides by 3. So post haste, we say, in 9 letters divides by 3. So let's stick with the program on our love here. By the way, stick with the program divides by 3. So this gold train within is 102 divides by 3. Post haste in 9 letters equals 1, 2, 3. Post haste, we say. Post haste. Post haste. Post haste. Another famous phrase is Godspeed. Godspeed. That divides by 3. Why do we say that? Well, because it divides by 3. To the glory of the Trinity. Post haste. Godspeed. And all of a sudden the horses are running. Post used to be delivered by horse. Now that was glory. I'd like to see a revival in that. We should have like a week of like horse. Okay, now that would be chaotic. By order of the king, all mail shall be delivered by horseback for this week of the year. Kids running around in the streets, horses like scrambling over concrete, front lawns getting chewed up. Now that would be exciting. It's called a return to the past, folks. We're celebrating our heritage by having horse delivered post. Oh wow, that would be something. By the way, a post horse works nicely. Out of my own mouth, folks. And that's actually disgustingly good for the number 3. The grand total divides by 9. The number of letters is 9. The number of strokes is double 9. Out of my own mouth. Apparently horses were used for post and made to go post haste by Divine Ordinance. You can't deny these 3s coming at you. And then, so the root of horsing and horses and horse is pure 3s, obviously, 60. So we've solved all horses at the same time. So a horse for the sake of the post. And there used to be a famous trail, especially across the United States, that went from like New York to San Francisco. I can't remember the name of it, but I did the math on it, and it divides by 3. But the word trail divides by 3. I mean, these are glory days, man. This is when a man like rode on a horse as fast as he could, and he had to be fast, and it was just pure adrenaline the whole time. Okay, what else with post? Oh my goodness. Post-it. The famous notes. I happen to have some sticky notes sitting in there. Post-it. There's a post-it. I've got mathematical gems God went to see the Queen exhibit at the Surrey Museum, which divided by 3, and we scooped up a ton of gems. By the way, the Queen and her famous horse, their 2 first names, God gave me this gem, Elizabeth plus Burmese. Now I'll discover, no, it's spelled like this, because I'll check the spelling, because I know they knit together to make a triple of triple X. See? Elizabeth plus Burmese. The Queen received a horse named Burmese from the Royal Canadian Mounted Police by Divine Ordinance. She's been riding it for years. She rides it at the front of the parade. And so Elizabeth plus Burmese is a triple of triple H. The glory of Jesus equals today. But anyways, a post-it. The famous note company. Well, note equals love. A love note. This is going to inspire you to write love notes. I'm prophesying. We're going to see a surge of love notes in marriages as a result of all my findings. I'm going to teach these to children. They're going to teach these to their children. This is going to get taught to a generation that love equals note. Folks, the more you get fed the truth, the more you're filled with the Holy Ghost, the more you have power to love. It's that simple. It's that plain simple. I'm like a love bucket after seeing all this. I just want to give love notes to everyone. But people are not capable of receiving my love notes because they don't understand the Spirit of God. They don't understand love. They think you're being insincere. They don't understand. You can't receive what you haven't received. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to be fed the truth well before you can receive love at a level that certain people are able to give. You ever experienced that in life where you were so full of love, you just wanted to express it to someone, but they just simply weren't able to receive it? That's not your fault. It's not your fault for being as loving as you were. It's their fault for not having graduated to a level of love that was capable of receiving it. Okay? It takes 2 to tango. Someone can be incredibly loving, and